Murtz Jaffer here with another Big Brother Canada eviction interview. Sitting here with Johnny. Johnny, why are you sitting here?
Because people cannot stick to a decision, nor can they want me to stay in this game. I'm so upset that I'm here, but I know that these guys wanted Kaela to stay in there and protect them, and will it work out for them? We'll see.
You know, I wanna actually start with the positive. When you were up against Ryan, you really sort of went to bat for yourself. Can you tell me more about how you were able to do that?
Yeah, so I mean, I knew Ali and Liv would want to keep me, especially if I told them that Derek and Kaela were potentially forming something with Will, Maddie, and Paris. I thought I'd put some fear in them and be like, guys, you can do this. You can really pull strings. You guys are great at this game. And then I went to Will and Paris and told them, okay, you guys, here's the deal. I'm with you guys. I want to get revenge on Ali and Liv so bad, but you guys need to pretend that you do not trust me because they won't keep me if they think I'm working with you guys. So Will, Paris, Maddie kind of went to bat for me also, played it up throughout the week. And then it kind of all came around that Derek and Kaela were also like, oh God, this is happening. Johnny, we want to work with you too. That whole joke. And yeah, they all kind of voted for me to stay, which was crazy. Such a turnaround.
When you voted for Will to go instead of Erica, that seemed to be the beginning of the end. Can you tell me more about that decision?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Erica would potentially stay. I knew that Ali and Liv, had their reservations about her, but I didn't think that they would cut her for the sake of Derek and Kaela. That was a bummer. Obviously, I promised Will over and over that he wouldn't be going home. And the night before, Will, Eric, and I made an alliance, which no one probably even knows about. And we were joking that, what if even tomorrow something happens and, you guys show up and on the block and we have to make a decision anyways. Yeah, it definitely was the beginning of the end. It didn't help that I had to blow up and then was like, actually, it wasn't me who did that, which was just a terrible decision. But
and how damaging was that for your game?
It was pretty damaging. I mean, I think at the end of the day, though, everyone in there saw me as a threat. They didn't want me to go to the end anyways. So even having that as a cover story of, you told a lie, this is why we can't trust you, it wasn't really that. I feel like they knew I must have been lying. So, yeah.
It seemed pretty clear that you wanted Dale out of the house. Are you more frustrated that you couldn't get one of them out, or the fact that the other house guests chose to keep them? What's more frustrating for you?
I think it was so frustrating that I was saying it so early on to everyone that they needed to be taken out, and just no one wanted to side with me on that. I guess that Derek and Kaela just had their claws tight in every single person's head. I don't know what it was. It was very frustrating that they didn't side with me to take them out, but I guess I understand their decision. It got them to the final five, so just the three of them are so fickle. I'm talking about the trio here, Will, Maddie, Paris. They just are constantly wavering, and it's just exhausting to try to work with. Yeah.
You made a lot of grandiose speeches, when you were the HOH, when there was the veto. Were you trying to make good TV, or did you actually feel that way during the speeches?
I definitely felt that way during the speeches, but I'm a big fan of the show too. And I mean, we're not just there to sit, crunch numbers, and hope that things work out. We're there to have a good time, entertain, participate in Big Brother, So that's exactly what I was doing.
Last night you told Arissa that you respect Kaela's game, the fact that they're winning so many competitions. How important is winning competitions in a game like this?
Yeah, I think for most people they heavily stack comp wins in their minds as who should win the game. For me, it's not necessarily that way. I think that you can do a lot in this game without winning competitions, and as we've seen throughout the past, there's been so many impressive players in this game who haven't won competitions. So I mean, any of the three who haven't won anything at this point, if they get to the end and they can explain it well, my vote is so open at this point. But I do think that Derek and Kaela are impressing right now, and keeping them in the game together, they have so much potential to just win back-to-back and take each other through.
What do you define as a Big Brother floater, and what are examples of this in the house?
I think a Big Brother floater is somebody who intentionally goes from one side to another in an effort to keep themselves safe. I don't know that Will, Maddie, and Paris really are doing that entirely, because I guess you can say they've been loyal to each other or whatever, which I don't even think is entirely true. They're just kind of in that position right now. But I think the best example of a floater is probably Maddie inside the house, because Will and Paris have kind of always had each other's backs and have worked with multiple people, but Maddie truly has been on her own a bit and gone from side to side. Yeah.
Is there any house guests you wouldn't vote for in the end, no matter who they were up against?
God. I mean, I feel like my rivalry with Derek would suggest that it might be Derek who I wouldn't vote for, but I have to respect his game where we're at right now. I don't think I wouldn't vote for any of them at this point. I'm very curious to see how the next couple of weeks play out, and I think that will weigh heavily on my decision.
Do you regret nominating Alejandra instead of a member of the Will, Paris, Maddie trio, and how much of an effect did that have?
I mean, I obviously knew that if they were willing to kick out Erica for Derek and Kaela, that Ali, Liv, Derek, and Kaela were working together, and I absolutely could not have that four stay inside this house together. So I believe that if I had put up either Will, Maddie, or Paris against Kaela, that person would have gone home anyways. So it made more sense for me to take a chance on Ali going up and breaking up the foursome anyways, and hopefully the Will, Maddie, Paris side of who are weaker in comps and who I can potentially just beat out would take me on and actually be truthful to what they were saying.
What do you think the most pivotal move of this season has been?
Probably Erica's eviction. especially for me. That was definitely when things changed. Eric and I were together. We were like counterparts to one another. And I mean, I loved her so much on a personal level and on a game level. It all just made sense. So having her taken out really just shook my game up and changed the entire season, I think.
What is the best part about being on Big Brother Canada?
Everything. Oh my God, I had such a good time. Like being such a massive fan for so long, like since I was a kid. And I mean, I'm aware of who you are, and you are like fan of the fans. So this is cool.
I prefer a reality expert. Yeah, not the F word, not the F word. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But even that, you know, going inside there and having like the experience and being able to just sort of see it firsthand was like such a dream come true and so cool. And to not go out early and to actually sort of have some longevity and like experience things that I wanted to experience, like, I mean, that's stuff I'll keep with me for a lifetime. So
amazing, Johnny. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so much.